Long ago, when Obinagu was still a young village, a woman came walking out of the forest at dusk. She was tall, her back straight despite her years, her wrapper made of cloth so old it seemed woven from cobwebs. On her head she carried a clay pot sealed with palm fronds, and in her hand a raffia mat. She said nothing to the villagers, only spread the mat beneath the great silk cotton tree by the marketplace. By dawn, the air was filled with a fragrance so rich that even the goats stopped chewing and sniffed the wind. When the first farmer approached, she lifted the lid of her pot and served him food steaming like new rain. He ate, and his limbs grew strong, his heart light. From that day they called her Mama Nneka, the spirit food seller. Part 2. The Hunter's Confession. Obina, the greatest hunter in Obinagu, was the first to test her. One market day, he strode to her stall with his leopard skin draped across his shoulders. "Old mother," he said, "feed me, for my strength is for the village." Mama Nneka stirred her pot. "Then give me your truth." Obina hesitated. At last he admitted, "When my hunting partner was gored by a boar, I ran instead of helping him. I told the village he died bravely. The tusks on my wall are not only from beasts, but from my cowardice." Mama Nneka said nothing. She only served him her soup. Obina ate, and when he went to the forest that evening, he killed an antelope so large that the village feasted for 3 days. From then on, his hunts never failed, but he carried his partner's spirit in his dreams forever.
Not all who came were men. Adayez, a widow, sat before Mama Nneka one rainy afternoon. "My belly has known hunger," she said softly. "Feed me." Mama Nneka leaned close. "Then give me your truth." Tears welled in Adayez's eyes. "When my husband died, it was not the spirits who took him. I gave him herbs to quiet his beatings. I buried him myself with prayers, but no guilt leaves me." Mama Nneka only nodded and placed a bowl before her. Adayez ate, and from that day her yam fields yielded more than any in Obinagu. Yet whenever she cooked, the smell of her food was mixed with the faint bitterness of the herbs she once used. Then came Chima, the wandering trader. His tale you already know, how he hid the deepest secret of his betrayal, and how the pot swallowed him whole. From that night, the children of Obinagu stopped playing near Mama Nneka's stall after dark, for they swore they could hear faint cries rising from her pot. Seasons passed, and Mama Nneka did not age. When new children were born, they grew up knowing her as part of the village, like the river, like the forest. Some whispered she was a spirit who had lost her way. Others believed she was one of the first ancestors, returned to taste human truth again. But no one ever asked her directly. They feared her answer. One evening, as the moon climbed high, the chief of Obinagu himself came to Mama Nneka. The whole village followed at a distance, their whispers trembling like leaves in the wind. "Spirit woman," the chief said, lowering himself to the mat, "I am the keeper of this people. Feed me." Mama Nneka's eyes gleamed. "Then give me your truth." The chief's voice was low, yet it carried. "When I was a young man, a fire broke in the yam barns. It was my torch that caused it. I blamed the gods, and the people made sacrifices for years. Even now they believe the spirits demanded it. But it was my hand, clumsy, careless, guilty." The villagers gasped, but Mama Nneka only ladled soup into his bowl. He ate, and when he rose, his shoulders were straighter, his eyes lighter. The people saw that their leader had carried a weight heavier than the staff he bore. Some forgave him, some did not. But all knew truth had made him stronger. A child named Ifunanya grew curious. She often lingered by Mama Nneka's mat, watching her stir the endless pot. One day, bold with youth, she asked, "Mama, why must we give you secrets? Why not just pay with cowries like other sellers?" Mama Nneka's stirring hand paused. For a moment, the pot's steam rose high and dark, shaping faces the girl did not recognize. Then Mama Nneka leaned close. "Child, the world feeds me secrets as the soil feeds the yam. To hide truth is to starve the spirit. To release it is to season the food of life." Ifunanya swallowed, but her curiosity burned. And who are you really? Mama Nneka's eyes glowed red like embers. She whispered, I am the one who eats what men hide. The girl never asked again. One harvest season, the elders decided to honor Mama Nneka. They declared a festival of truth, where each villager would eat from her pot and lay bare their hidden sins. The drums beat, the moon rose, and one by one they confessed. Small lies, hidden loves, stolen fruits, broken promises. But when it came to the last man, a young farmer named Ease, he trembled. His secret was too heavy. He had killed his brother in a quarrel over land, burying him where the river bends. Yet hunger gnawed at him. He longed for the strength Mama Nneka's food would give. So he lied. I have nothing hidden, he declared, lifting the bowl to his lips. The pot roared like thunder. The ground trembled. From its depths rose a hand, his brother's hand, wet with earth. It seized him, and before the people could move, Ease was gone, swallowed whole. The pot sealed itself with silence. The festival ended in fear, and no one ever dared to lie again. Years turned to decades. Children became elders. Elders joined the ancestors. But Mama Nneka did not age. She sat beneath the silk cotton tree, her pot bubbling, her mat woven anew each season. Some said she was a blessing. Others muttered she was a curse, binding the village in fear. Yet none could deny, as long as Mama Nneka stayed, Obinagu never knew famine, and no warband dared cross its borders. Her presence was both shield and shadow. One night, as the stars burned bright, the same girl who had once questioned her, Ifunanya, now an old woman, hobbled to Mama Nneka's stall. Mother of secrets, she whispered, I am near my end. Feed me once more. Mama Nneka's eyes glowed softly. Then give me your truth. Ifunanya smiled sadly. My truth is that I fear nothing now, not even death. But I long to know before I go. Will you ever leave us? The spirit food seller leaned close. For the first time, she touched Ifunanya's hand. Her skin was cool, smooth as river stones. When the last secret is spoken, when no heart hides in shadows, then I will go. Until then, I remain. Ifunanya ate, her eyes closed, and she passed peacefully that night, her lips curved in a smile. To this day, in Obinagu, the silk cotton tree still shades a small mat and a clay pot. Sometimes travelers say they smell cooking when no fire burns, and if they dare to sit, a woman with ember eyes will ask them, Tell me your truth. And those who speak it will rise stronger. But those who lie, the forest swallows their names.